Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining me on the Give and Go podcast on a gorgeous Sunday afternoon day. A lot of soccer coming up this week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. For some reason, no shore conference games on Tuesday and Thursday on the girls' side. A little disappointing with that. But moving right along with player interviews and kind of a preview of teams, I have Middletown South Junior Maria de Gregorio. Did I pronounce that right?
DeGregorio, but you're close.
DeGregorio. Okay. Maria is the center back, junior center back for Middletown South, who had a big win early this week, and probably, if you ask her, disappointing defeat later in the week. But Middletown South is definitely one of the top teams in the Shore that will be in contention to repeat as Shore Conference tournament champions this year. But Maria, thank you for taking time out to join me today.
Thank you.
So first question I want to, going into this season, you were part of the team that won their first ever Middletown South's first ever Shore Conference tournament
Yeah.
title. What was coach's message going into the season?
I think just, staying together as a team. Overall, our team does have really good chemistry. I mean, we do everything together in season. We're with each other 24/7. And I think just staying together, working through adversity. We've been down and we've had to make some serious comebacks, and just staying together and staying strong and playing as we know how to play.
With the exception of yesterday, one goal
Yeah.
games the first three games. So, and you girls, you're in Class A North, which is always a tough. Every game's going to be a battle for you, you
Mhm.
girls. Do you think playing these tough games during the season and being in such a division helps you prepare for short conference and states?
Yeah, I think it definitely does. It starts the season off really strong. We have to come together. We have to play our best in our first game, which is really, I
Yeah,
think, really important.
yeah. First game, crosstown
Mhm.
rival Middletown North. You
Yeah,
know, even if I mean they're a good team to begin with, but it seems like no matter what the level of the team may be, that game's always
yeah.
going to be tough, no matter what talent is on the field. So now
Mhm.
one question I want to ask, a couple seniors graduated. One was Ali Greco, who was an all-shore goalie, and you being part of the back line, new goalie in, freshman goalie. What do you try to do to first make her, freshman goalie not nervous and with communication wise, that so everybody's
Mhm.
in sync back there.
I think communication, of course, staying positive is really big, and you know, just staying composed, not to freak her out. Obviously, it's new environment, and I've been playing for 3 years, so I kind of understand it more than her. I think just staying composed, staying positive. If she's directing me on the field, understanding what she's saying, applying it just to make her feel more confident too. And just staying super positive, I think really helps. And I think it just makes her more confident and makes her play better, which is obviously amazing.
Yeah, and a veteran, the whole line, a veteran line back there. So that
Mhm.
that as a freshman, that's a great way to walk in. If you were going to
Yeah.
be the starting goalie as a freshman, you got veterans in front of you that, you could, lean on.
Mhm.
Now, one more question for this season for you. What was something you really want to improve on yourself from last season?
I think just overall, especially with the new goalie, just not letting any shots on the net. If they can't shoot, they can't score. So keeping that locked down. So, making the
And
forwards' jobs easier too.
yeah, and you had that beautiful, that set piece against Freehold, that Amanda was able to score off of.
Mhm.
So, how much is an advantage, scoring wise, that you have such a big foot, set pieces that you could put it in the box from midfield. How much is an advantage, for the forwards and a weapon that could be, especially as we go down the stretch?
I think it's definitely going to be important, yes, offensively, getting it in the box, getting services in, any opportunity is a good opportunity, really. And also, even defensively, if we need to clear it out, like, we got to get it out. So, not clearing it to the other team, but clearing it past to the forwards so they can have the ball and turn. Definitely important.
And how much of an advantage, having a player like me that is so fast and she's so strong that knowing that if you could just get the ball somewhat into the right spot, she could chase it down because she could beat
Yeah.
her speed. She could beat a lot of the defenders. How much of an advantage is that? Not just for you, for the other defenders too.
Yeah. It is a really big advantage, having someone up top that we know is reliable. I mean, I'd say all of our forwards are reliable and strong. Amanda's definitely strong, and she's proved herself many, many times, including last season and now this season, coming up with big goals. I think it really takes some pressure off of the back line, knowing that if we can just get it up to her, good things are coming.
All right, let's rewind, growing up. How old were you when you first started playing soccer?
So I first started playing soccer when I was 4 years old.
Mhm.
So pretty young.
Yeah, yeah. Soccer usually, it's usually around there. The little rec soccer where you run around in packs, and,
Yep.
and usually the strongest comes out with the ball and scores.
Yeah.
Did you play any other sports?
I did do gymnastics for a short period of time, and I also did basketball, so which was really short lived, but yeah.
Gymnastics seems to be the common answer. A lot of kids seem to when they were
Mhm.
younger. That when I was your age, gymnastics wasn't that big. But it seems to be even, girls on my niece's team, they do gymnastics on the side and stuff. So
Mhm.
now you have an older sister, correct?
Yeah, I have two older sisters.
Two older sisters.
Hmm.
Did they both play soccer?
They did, so
No.
I've been involved really my whole life.
Now, how old? Now, I know you were what, eighth grade when the one was a senior, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So how old are both your sisters?
So my oldest sister is 22, and then my middle um, is actually she just turned 20.
Okay.
So
How competitive was it growing up in the backyard?
pretty competitive, and my cousins too. All four boys. So
Oh,
when we would go to my grandma's, the backyard was literally a soccer field, and we would just have the time of our lives.
what advice did your sisters give you when you first got into high school? Did they give you any advice to try and make you feel comfortable as a freshman?
Yeah, just like you've been playing your whole life, even though now like you're playing with older girls, like you know what to do. Just go have fun, because my oldest sister Philomena, she always said how like these years were her best years ever and like so much fun, and I feel like I really can agree to that so far. Like these years playing soccer, like they're just so fun, and like I just want to cherish that.
Unfortunately, I got to see her play one game because that was when I was first coming back to covering, and it was in the short
Mhm.
conference semis against RBC.
Yeah.
And she was always a very impressive center back.
Hmm.
Um, it if you think you had a bad day or a bad game, or do you have the relationship where you could reach out and they could just kind of pick you up?
Yeah, definitely. Especially my freshman year, like getting into the team, and I always like reached out to them. Even my mom just really helped me a lot.
That was going to be my next question. What have your
Mhm.
parents meant to you, through your development?
Everything, honestly, I owe it all to them, because they take me everywhere. Like even for club, we go across the country, Seattle, California, like everywhere, and they're always there to support me no matter where I go.
Who is your current club team?
PDA North.
North. Okay. And were you always with them from the beginning, or did you do like Middletown Club before that at all?
So I was on Homedale
Hometown?
before.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what year did you move up to PDA North?
I was young, honestly. I
Young.
want to say like fourth grade, maybe. I don't know if that's 100%, but
So yeah,
somewhere in
so
my
so
elementary.
majority of your playing career has been PDA
Yeah.
North. Who's your current coach up there?
Mike O'Neill
Yeah.
and yeah.
How much is it an advantage having a college coach as one of your coaches, help you prepare not just, technical, but the mental aspect of the
Yeah.
game too?
Yeah, it's been really helpful, even having like Coach Madison, Richard, and Stan. Um, just being able to talk with them through the college process. They know what colleges are looking for. They help you with that. They help you with everything. They have a lot of connections, so it's really helpful to have them.
Now, going to go back to high school, your freshman
Mhm.
year. You had your sisters weren't in the school, but they were able to kind of point you in the right direction. But any upperclassmen when your freshman year that kind of helped you, or that you were able to kind of rely on if you weren't so
Yeah.
sure with yourself.
I think Erin Prince, which she was a senior, and she was other center back and a captain, so I really looked up to her, and honestly, I still do, like playing in the same position. She was always she was always positive and vocal and just something that I want to look up to and be like, especially as I'm approaching my senior year next year. So,
What goals did you set for yourself? It could be academic goals too, enter into high school. What goals did you want to achieve?
you know, always looking to be a straight A student, especially with the jump from middle school to high school. That was pretty big. Soccer wise, just playing, doing good things, winning, and having fun mostly.
How exciting, it's tough to win a sectional title, but how exciting, you were able to accomplish that as a freshman. Just talk about how it feels and, just being part of something that, achieved such a good goal like that.
Yeah, it was honestly amazing. Like Michaela scoring the header, like winning that, like that rush was just amazing. And I think it pushes us and our team today to win again and to just keep winning. And especially as a freshman, it was like nothing I've ever experienced. So it was it was a lot. It was amazing.
Now you faced Brick Memorial again last season, and unfortunately they got the
Yeah.
better end after. Just talk about the rivalry you two teams, kind of developed the last 2 years. Two very talented short conference teams, and meeting both times in the sectional final.
Yeah, and the first time, we knew, even the second time, we knew it was going to be a tough game. Like both teams come out with such talent. And at the end of the day, I think more than physical, it's mental. We need to come together. We need to like stay together as one. And honestly, it comes down to who wants it more and who's better on the day.
Now, even though you lost in the sectional final, Middletown South was able to win the Shore Conference tournament. My first
Mhm.
question, any bragging to your sisters that, you were part of the Shore Conference tournament champion team and they weren't?
A little here and there, yeah, definitely.
Um, what was Now you played Howell in the final.
Yeah.
Howell got the better end of you during the regular season. So what was coach's
Mhm.
message going into the final? And was there anything you girls were able to take away from losing during the season to them that you were able to, fix for the final?
Yeah, just the players that they had, their best players sticking with to our best players and defending them and their formation, which was different from ours. They play a 4-4-2 where we play a 4-3-3. So from the first game, we were able to figure it out and, adjust, and it worked. So we were able to beat them.
I'm pulling something up for I don't want So I want to talk about the semifinal game because I thought, first of all, I thought Central's goalie did a very good job, and Allie, just talk about the performance Allie had in that semifinal game against Central because she made some crazy saves. So
Yeah.
just she's in college now. Just talk about her and what she meant to the team last year. During that run.
Yeah, she meant everything to the team. Like, we would joke around how she was a brick wall back there, but like, she seriously was. Honestly, I can't even think of any shots that she let in because she was just so solid. And she really, especially for the back line, gave us a lot of confidence, like to not make mistakes and, just that she was behind us. And I think that really kind of helped us. And obviously, I mean, she was amazing and we wouldn't have done it without her.
Yeah, and she was hurt before the short conference, so right then
Yeah.
she missed a few
Mhm.
games and came back.
Yeah.
The Frio game, maybe is that I think that might have been her first game back.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
it was.
okay. So let's talk. Next year, senior. What is something you
Mhm.
hope to be able to pass down to the underclassmen?
I think on the field, just staying positive, working as hard as you can every game. I mean, it's 3 games in 5 days, but for the 80 minutes, you really have to just give it your everything because your rest time will come. Like this week, for example, we had 3 games in 5 days. Now we have a little bit of a break. So work as hard as you can for that time. You'll get your break. And then I feel like off the field, just I've literally made like my best friends through this team. And like I just feel like everyone should get the opportunity to have that. Everyone should have that experience and have the opportunity to make such good friends. Honestly, everyone on the team, I feel like I can just talk to them about whatever. So I really want to make it like a welcoming environment because I feel the seniors did that when I was a freshman and it really meant a lot. So I would like to pass that down.
Yeah. How like I think I repeat myself every podcast, but how big, haven't I say this, an average team with very good chemistry could overachieve, and then a
Yeah.
very good team with bad chemistry, could get upset or something.
Mhm.
So a lot has to, Coach Barry, set making that culture, and it seems like it's been, carried on, since your sisters, have
Yeah.
been there. So how big important is that to you that everybody's getting there's no bickering and stuff, and everybody gets along off, everybody could be friendly on the field, but it seems like it carries over to off the field too. And how big is that to you?
I think it's honestly like one of the most important things. Obviously, you need talent, but the
Hmm.
chemistry is right up there with it. We spend literally every minute of the day with each other from like 7 a.m. to 5 or 6 if we're having a pasta party. And we do that literally. I saw them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, not Friday, Saturday, all of last week, just hanging out, having fun. And even when we're not in season, we have like out of season lifts. So we're all working hard together, even though we're not necessarily like working for the team, we are still working for the team and as a team, which is really important.
Yeah, that's big. You ready for some quick rapid questions? Like your favorite
Sure.
TV?
I'm ready.
Like all right, first one, favorite TV show?
Uh, Probably Shameless.
Shameless. Okay.
Yeah.
I have not watched that. I watched the first season. I did not watch it all. I
Yeah.
think you
It's
might be the first athlete to say that show, actually.
really.
I'm just glad I didn't get Grey's Anatomy again because I get that a lot.
Oh, I've never seen Grey's Anatomy,
Okay.
and I don't really have any plan of.
That I think that's been on since I was close to your
Mhm.
age, so that's been a long show.
Yeah.
How about favorite movie?
Divergent probably. I love that movie and the book.
Okay. Favorite
Mhm.
school subject?
I like math, honestly. It's probably my favorite.
Favorite food?
Sushi and pasta.
Okay. What is your go-to song to get you focused or pumped up before a big game?
Oh, hmm. I mean, obviously, as a team, we have our playlist, which is good every year. But personally, probably something by like Drake.
Yeah. Something you enjoy to do when you're not playing soccer.
In the winter, my family and I, we always go down to Vermont to ski. So
Huh?
I love doing that.
Wow, it's like one of the first times I didn't get beach.
Oh,
So,
I love the beach too.
uh,
That's more
but
for
no,
summer.
but that's good. It's an interesting,
Hmm.
skiing in Vermont. I did school subject. When your playing career is over, do you still want to be involved with soccer? Whether coaching,
Yeah,
training?
I think I would like to do that, maybe especially with younger kids. I think that could be fun to do just on the side, maybe not for my main occupation, but
Yeah.
definitely on the side.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about future. I know you're starting the recruitment process. Soccer is different than like every other sport because you can't
Yeah.
really talk until after your sophomore year ends. So, just in general, like, what are the type of things you're looking for in when you're going on these campus visits, college visits? What are some things that you could say, hey, I think I really like this. I think this could be my home for the next 4 years.
I definitely look at the location. By the beach is most preferred. If that's not possible, I guess I can make it work. But yeah, I don't want to go too far away from home, but I definitely want to leave the state. So I
Okay.
look for that. I think the coaching staff and how they present themselves and what they think is important is something good to look at and what I look at and look for. And yeah, the majors they can carry and they're most successful with.
I think you might be the first. I know girls mean that, but you actually said it that that the coach's vision aligns with your vision, what you
Mhm.
want. So that's big because with all the transfers, too many kids jump at the first offer is one issue,
Yeah.
but making sure it's the right fit for you that because it's going to be your should be your home for the next 4 or 5 years. So
Mhm.
do you know yet what you want to study?
I want to do something in the fashion industry and design. Yeah.
That is definitely different. I like it. Usually I get nursing, physical therapy,
Yeah.
occupational therapy. So I like that.
Thank you.
Um, Last question, and I'll let
Mhm.
you go. What advice would you give your younger self?
I would just say, like, no matter what you're doing, make sure you're doing it because you want to do it and have fun because time really flies. And, don't take it too seriously because chances are it's not that serious.
Yeah, that's excellent. All right, Maria, thank you. When's your next game?
Thank you. It's Saturday against Jackson Liberty.
Oh,
Oh,
so you
wait,
guys? No.
I meant to say Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
Okay.
Today's Monday.
Was that a
Tomorrow, yeah.
short conference group game? I'm guessing tournament group game.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
So wait, I'll just ask that. Are you a fan of that, the way they do the short conference tournament now with the group play?
Yeah, yeah, I like it, especially because it's like it really goes to show how every game is important and how you need to start the season off strong.
I like it because they were able to adjust the divisions where, look at your division. There's no weak teams in your division anymore, where in the past
Yeah,
there might be a team where Middletown would beat 8-0, and they would
yeah,
lose to everybody 8-0, and now they made it so even if the bottom team loses a bunch of games, it doesn't matter because this is how you get into the short conference tournament. Your record during the regular season doesn't
hmm,
matter. So I'm a fan of that. So all right.
yeah.
Yeah, I get 50-50 on that. Some players like it, some players don't. So okay. All right, Maria, I wish you luck the rest of the season and good luck tomorrow against Jackson Liberty. So
Thank you.
all right. Thank you everybody for joining me and I'll see everybody on the fields this week once I know where I'll be heading. All right. Thank you.